They often say that body language mirrors what's going on in the mind. And it seemed like before they even came out to bat, the Aussie batsmen had sort of dismissed themselves in the head, saying, what are we going to do? And that seemed to be writ large in their body language. None of them, I mean, that word that you guys in commentary use so often, application, that seemed to be missing today because these numbers are appalling.
If you do look at the scorecard, just up front, it would look like obviously, they've played poorly. And it's also, a scoreboard always tells you a story, and you can see the majority of the dismissals being LBW telling us a story that the bowlers have bowled straight, attacked the stumps, and the second part of that is Australia haven't defended well. Is the big story there. So that would mean that they got to go back and they got to plan how they are going to defend balls that are being attacked on, especially at the stumps. They are probably looking for the one that turns and hence missing out on the straight one. They'd rather play for the straight one a lot more and get nicked off than try and do the other way around, because the one that goes straight always goes quicker, and that is always the tougher one to play as well. So that's again a mental shift. They need to practice that. It's a game of skill at the end of the day. They need to back their skill. Whatever skill they have definitely given them a lot of success in Australia. And one bad game doesn't make them a bad team. They're a team which has some world-class players. They just need to dig deep, get that determination and grit, and nail that in the next time they come. We remember how when India toured Australia, they got demolished in the first test in Adelaide, literally losing the test match in one session. And that's exactly what's happened to Australia. But India found a way to dig deep, come back in spite of the injuries, and did what they did in the last Border Gavaskar series. This one is a challenge for this Australian team. And I'm sure with the characters that they have, they will look deep inside and find a way and answer all the questions that the Indian bowlers are throwing at them.
Yes, Steve Smith remained not out on 25, 2 fours and 1 6, and he's the only guy that perhaps showed that little spark. He seemed to have a plan. It may not have worked out because the others got out as well. Should they have attacked? Because you couldn't have really defended for 2.5 days on this pitch or against this kind of bowling lineup, and the wickets kept falling. So you needed one guy or one pair to at least make a match out of it. That just didn't happen today.
If you talk about it generically and say they could have attacked, I think that would be rather unfair. I think we at Cricbuzz pride ourselves being very cricket smart about it. I think if you take an example, Alex Carey, he attacked, but the only thing that he did was play sweeps. He played a reverse sweep, he played a normal sweep, but he needs to mix that with trusting his defense. And the odd option is to obviously drive or step out. Now, if you do that, that gives you the opportunity to obviously get ahead of the bowler. But if you're only sweeping, which could be your aggressive option, then the bowler knows to a point that this is what he's trying to do. So this is the kind of ball that I'm going to bowl. But on the other side, they need skill as well. It's not easy to just say attack. I think attack needs to be mixed with defense, and attack is even more efficient when you're good in defense. So they need to definitely attack. A person who should have attacked today a little bit was David Warner. I thought he defended really well till the time he lasted. But when the ball was on the leg stump, at times he should have swept it so that he puts that doubt in Ashwin's mind. But he still went ahead and kept defending it. And that is the kind of batsmanship that you want to see. Not just defend your way through it, because that's not going to be easy. But find a way to mix defense and get your attacking options right.